Okay, people, it's that time of year again. The scariest time of the year. The spookiest time of the year. The time of orange and black. No, not that one. The time of horror. It's Halloween. It's Halloween, guys. Halloween is awesome, okay? It's the one time of the year you can dress up in a furry costume and nobody judges you. Like I said in my Q&A, I don't eat sweet foods and stuff, so I don't eat candy on Halloween. So I give all the candy I get to my friends, which is another reason why Halloween is awesome. It's the only time of the year I'm actually useful for something. But enough making fun of myself because it's story time! Spoopy, scoopy, scary stories, Halloween edition! Okay, first story. I think I was in about 3rd or 4th grade when this story happened. I was hanging out with one of my friends whom we'll call Sam, because that's his name. Sam. So Sam and I wanted to film a spoopy 3rd or 4th grade horror movie in the spirit of Halloween. Now my basement is a pretty dark place with only one window. It's a pretty big basement, so if all the lights are off, it's pretty dark. So Sam and I go downstairs to film a horror movie. I told Sam to go stand in the middle of the basement with all the lights turned off and act like a spoopy ghost.
Okay, look at me, I'm a spoopy ghost.
So he did. But then I saw a face in the corner of the basement, right behind Sam, just staring there. It looked a bit like Edvard Munch's The Scream. That's all I remember. But it was just there. Dad! There's a spoopy Oh my god! There's a spoopy face in the basement! Oh my gosh! So my dad comes rushing downstairs and he's like, oh my god, is everything okay? There's a spoopy face over there, Dad! A spoopy face? A spoopy face! Now, we didn't find a face, but what we did find was some red liquid. It could have been blood. I don't really know. Whatever. Next story. So one fateful night, me and my friend Chris were walking around our neighborhood, just going on street to street, just, walking around. I do this a lot with my friends, especially Chris. We just walk around the neighborhood. I live in a pretty safe neighborhood. It's right next to the middle school and the high school, so it's pretty fun. I get to hang out there and stuff. So me and Chris are just walking, and we're on this street, and I forget what it's called. I think it's Bluebird. Let's call it Bluebird. So me and Chris are on Bluebird Street, and I've never been to the end of this street, okay? I've only walked down it a little bit to walk my dog. So me and Chris are walking to the end of the street, and at the end, there's this little off-road. And it's this long road, so you have a cul-de-sac, and then this other road. So me and Chris walk down it, and we see this old shack. It was a house shack. You know those houses? The really small old ones that are just falling apart? 'Cause I know those houses. And I know you don't want to be there at night. But me and Chris are explorers, okay? We practically discovered a hiking trail behind the high school football field. Okay, we're pretty much on Indiana Jones level. I turned the flashlight on my phone because at this point, it was really dark. I turned it up on the house to see what there was to see. And what I see... Wait, I just said see like 3 times. Whoa. And what I saw was a face of a little girl staring out a window. A window with broken glass. It was the creepiest thing I ever saw. I wanted to get out of there that second, but Chris hadn't seen it yet. And I knew if he didn't get to see the ghost girl, I would never hear the end of it. So I said, Chris, look at the ghost girl in the window. And he just looks up and he bolts away. And as we're running, I hear the slightest ha, 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 ha. I still get chills thinking about it. Now, I've been told no one lives in that house. But then what did I see? There's a little ghost girl just staring out a window, and the window is broken. No one seems to care. This girl ain't moving. What's going on? That was it, Jack? Only 2 stories in the video? I'm sorry, but hear me out. I gotta talk about some stuff. Okay, I am gonna do the podcast because a bunch of people in the comments of my last video really liked the idea. My plan for the podcast is to do 1 podcast a month. It'll be the same cast, me, and a few of my super geeky friends, and maybe a special guest star once in a while. If you'd like to be a special guest star on the podcast, leave your name in the comments below or message me on Discord. So, what I'm planning on doing with the podcast is talking about super nerdy and geeky things like superheroes and movies. I don't know, if there's something specific you want me to address, leave it down in the comments below. My next video will be the first episode of the podcast, and then it's gonna be Blesk, because so many people have asked for Blesk. The next few videos after that are gonna be more story animations, and then I'm gonna start working on the second episode of the series. I'm gonna thank you for watching. Okay, bye-bye now.